This is Alex from the Revolution Club.
First, I just want to ask that we acknowledge and give another enormous round of applause to the family members of victims of police murder who are telling their stories today, and to everyone who refuses to look away from this. These stories have to be told, and you can tell they're incredibly painful to tell. It's not easy to tell these stories. It really matters that they be told and that we here take them and continue to tell them loudly and in the streets and for everyone to hear in a way that's unavoidable. Because the truth is, this system has only ever gone from slavery to Jim Crow to mass incarceration and police terror, brutality, and murder. It has never once since its inception functioned as if Black or Latino or immigrant lives matter. In a completely different kind of society, one that does not divide the world up into masters and slaves, haves and have-nots, rulers and ruled over, all driven by profit, the police would be enforcing a different kind of law and order and would rather give their lives than take one. It will take a revolution to put an end to this white supremacist capitalist system and get to that kind of society. And that is the revolution and the society that the Revolutionary Communist Party and the Revolution Club is working on bringing into being right now. And there will be no revolution or fundamental change in this country without serious struggle against the way police murder Black and brown people with impunity. It makes a huge difference if people refuse to accept or justify these unjustifiable crimes. And it makes a huge difference if people fight back and refuse to stop fighting until we have put an end to this avalanche of tragedies, this epidemic, this genocide that is going on in this country, and ultimately put an end to the system that keeps it all going. And in that spirit, I like to read from this book, Basics. This is a collection of quotes and excerpts from the works of Bob Avakian, who's the chairman of the Revolutionary Communist Party, and it is a handbook for a new generation of revolutionaries. He's addressing the murder of Tyisha Miller, who was 19 years old and gunned down by the police, and comparing and contrasting this rotten system to the kind of system that we have to bring into being through resistance and revolution. Tyisha Miller was a 19-year-old African-American woman shot dead by Riverside, California police in 1998. Miller had been passed out in her car, resulting from a seizure, when police claimed that she suddenly awoke and had a gun. They fired 23 times at her, hitting her at least 12 times and murdering her. Bob Avakian addressed this. If you can't handle this situation differently than this, then get the fuck out of the way. Not only out of the way of this situation, but get off the earth. Get out of the way of the masses of people. Because, you know, we could have handled this situation any number of ways that would have resulted in a much better outcome. And frankly, if we had state power and we were faced with a similar situation, we would sooner have one of our own people's police killed than go wantonly murder one of the masses. That's what you're supposed to do if you're actually trying to be a servant of the people. You go there and you put your own life on the line rather than just wantonly murder one of the people. Fuck all this serve and protect bullshit. If they were there to serve and protect, they would have found any way but the way they did it to handle this scene. They could have and would have found a solution that was much better than this. This is the way the proletariat, when it's been in power, has handled and would again handle this kind of thing, valuing the lives of masses of people. As opposed to the bourgeoisie in power, where the role of their police is to terrorize the masses, including wantonly murdering them without provocation, without necessity, because exactly the more arbitrary the terror is, the more broadly it affects the masses. And that's one of the reasons why they like to engage in and have one of their main functions to engage in wanton and arbitrary terror against the masses of people. Thank you. I'll see you in the streets April 14th.